This morning we are 83.2 kilos. Good morning, my little boy Dee. Oh, good morning, you, my little boy. How are you today? I love you. Good morning, YouTube. It is the 24th of May and it's 4:36 a.m. Where the fuck has the time gone this month? Time goes by very quickly. Where the May's just got. Anyway, welcome back to another vlog. First thing that I am going to do is my blood pressure. So as you guys know and have followed the channel for a while, something which is obviously really important to be doing as an assisted user. So if you're using steroids, you've got to be doing your blood pressure. Now, I typically do this 2-3 times a week, even when I'm on TRT as well. Blood pressure is a silent killer. So if you have high blood pressure, you're going to be potentially in a bit of trouble. You want to keep an eye on this. You can get a lot from looking at your blood pressure as well. And for me, this is just all like data that I can use for just future references as well. So many people don't do it, which is wild. And there we have it, 118 over 69 and resting heart rate is 56. So that is pretty much textbook. What is fucking tapped in my opinion is I've coached people who are assisted and they've never tracked their blood pressure before and they don't want to. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, I don't want to work with you. You fucking shouldn't be taking steroids in the first place. That's just my values, my opinions, you know. Yeah, it's some, since I've been assisted, you see some crazy shit that people do. And I'm like, I don't know how you can cope living like that. I just can't. I'm just too fucking like on it when it comes to these little things. So yeah, guys, please, one thing you can take from this video, do your fucking blood pressure, please. Anyway, this morning I usually prep the first sort of meal for myself. So I've got some veggies in there. I've cracked my eggs in here, ready to go into here. I've got my crumpets in here now. I'm down to 2 crumpets rather than the 4 crumpets, which makes me very sad. I obviously got mine and Vicky's coffee this morning ready. What I also do, so I have a lot of questions about how I cook my oats. So this is the first process of cooking the oats. You cook them first thing in the morning. I'm gonna let them cool down, and then what I'm gonna do is add the whey protein in there before we put it in the fridge, ready for a pre-workout meal. We are prepping meal number 1. So, update, I always do this. I always leave cupboards open. I'm absolutely terrible for that. Day number 2 of the mini cut. So yesterday I was 84.4. This morning I was 83.2. So I've dropped 1.2 kilos overnight, which is amazing, right? You're like, fucking hell, things are going really well. A lot of that is just gonna be glycogen, water, inflammation as well, because it was a rest day. And it's important to remember that the first sort of initial couple of days, or even the first week of dieting, isn't about fat loss. Is about shifting that fluid. So you may notice in your diet, you might have a considerable drop in the first week of your diet. So just bear that in mind, okay? It's not all body fat, unfortunately. Week number 2 is when you then start to see the adjustments with the physique as well. So sometimes you've just got to give it a little bit of time. Mini cuts. So with your mini cuts, the most important thing, I keep fucking whacking this around like a bloody wand. The importance of a mini cut is remembering that you need to get in and get out, okay? So many people waste time in mini cuts over dieting. So I typically recommend it being 6 to 8 weeks long, 10 weeks absolute max for anyone that needs that extra bit of time. And you want to be aggressive with your mini cut. So many people flaff about and drop like 200 calories off the train day food, and you're never gonna fucking get there, you know? It's gonna take you ages to get there. I literally slashed 1,000 straight away. Get in, get out, be aggressive, do what you need to do, like I said, get growing again. This is not a phase to be pissing around, okay? You just want to get the weight off. Again, I'm not like saying you need to fucking lose 4 kilos in a week, okay? That's not smart, that's not healthy, but you want to be aiming for about a 1% of your scale weight. So I'm 80 kilos right now. I'm going to aim for about 0.8 of a kilo per week for the next 6 to 8 weeks, which hopefully will bring me down to around 77, 78, maybe 76. I don't know. We're going to go with the flow and see what happens. So yeah, that's the plan of action. So I'm just cooking up my meal number 1. For some reason, I like my eggs with no seasoning on. I've just gone through a phase right now where I'll just literally just crack my eggs and just have it. I like the taste of egg. Does that sound weird? Maybe it does. I've got my vegetables in here, and I've also, like I said, I've got my 2 crumpets. Fucking shit. You know, when it's kind of like, you want something to go, but when it actually goes, it's kind of like, oh, fuck. That was my crumpet situation. In my opinion, this is the absolute goat. And what I will do is I'll combine my eggs, these two. So I've got my mayonnaise, the light and the light mayonnaise, the 12 calorie one, decentness. and the reduced sugar sweet chili sauce. Had to look at that just to make sure I was gonna say it right. So guys, like I said, meal number 1 is being adjusted to 2 crumpets rather than the 4. I don't track my sauces. That's one thing that I just wanted to say. So I still just blob a little bit of mayonnaise on the side there. I still just squirt some sweet chili over there. If I was in prep, I would track this. However, in this mini cut, I'm not gonna be too OCD about it. I'm just gonna keep it consistent. Same with my vegetables. At the moment, I'm not tracking the veggies. I'm just gonna have that consistently every single time. What I'm grateful for this morning, number 1, to produce YouTube videos. It allows me to express myself. It sounds so hippie, it sounds so weird. Me and the camera, we're like best mates. So I like to speak to the camera like I'm speaking to a mate, and I'm hoping that you get that vibe from the videos that you watch as well. So yeah, just to be able to do that, I'm very grateful for, because I don't really express myself in many ways in my life, but this is one great form of expressing. Number 2 is this journal to help me check in with myself. So without this, my head's sometimes a bit loopy. Like I can notice when I don't check in myself versus when I do. So the ability just to sit down here and just write down sort of how I'm feeling and what's going on, I'm really grateful for, because I've learned a way to actually able to get things going on from here onto a piece of paper, which I've never been able to do before. So journaling is what I'm grateful for. And then of course the 4 a.m. start. So I wake up every day at 4 a.m. I see it as a challenge. I am very grateful for that time of day because it's very quiet. You ever stand outside in your back garden at 4 o'clock in the morning, you just hear birds and you just hear a different, the air is fresher. I know it sounds so weird, but I'm actually really grateful for that because it makes you feel good. So as always guys, write down what you are grateful for in the comments. Let us know what you're grateful for in today's video, and let's crack on with the rest of it because I'm fucking waffling a load of shit. Yeah, so I think again, it's always going to be person dependent on this because everyone fatigue is different on a day-to-day basis. Someone who lifts maybe more weight, able to train close to failure, is probably going to create more fatigue than someone who trains more in reps and reserve or doesn't maybe use as much weight as a certain individual. From my experience, I would say normally anywhere between maybe 6 to 10 weeks for an individual. Now, as you get, we're going to talk about more towards fat loss in this topic because everyone here is in a diet phase. Typically, as you get deeper into a diet, you'll realize the more you need to actually deload. So you may start off with at the beginning of your diet, 10 weeks flat, you'll be able to go straight with starting to see those signs and symptoms. As you get deeper into the diet, the more body weight you lose, the more diet fatigue you accumulate, both physically and mentally, the more you'll probably notice them signs and symptoms a lot earlier. So maybe down to maybe 8 weeks and then 6 weeks. I've even had some clients that will need to do it every sort of 4 weeks. Malesio coffee. Yeah, it's one of the best there. So quickly run through my changes in terms of food. So I'll put it on the screen in case anyone cares. I was originally on 4,289 calories on a train day. I'm now down to 3,322. So that's about 900 calorie drop. On rest days, I was on 3.9 before. I'm now on 2.9. So that's 1,000 calories drop. Be aggressive with your mini cuts. Do not be wasting time, okay? So slash those calories. Like I said before, so many people are they're too hesitant about making food adjustments. Just be fucking aggressive with it and do what needs to be done. Remember, you don't want to be wasting too much time here dieting. I see so many people, they say they're mini cutting, but they're doing it for 12 weeks. That's not a mini cut, that's a full-on diet. Anywhere between 6, 8 weeks, 10 weeks at the absolute max if you need that time. My body responds really well when dieting. I'm just someone who, you drop my food, I'll just fucking lose weight like that. Vicky, on the other hand, she's a little bit different. She has to be a little bit more aggressive with what she does in order for her to actually, her body's a little bit stubborn. So sometimes you may find everyone's very different. We're gonna get things done. If I need to drop my food down to fucking 1,800 calories, I will do that, you know? If I need to bring my steps up to 15,000 and do cardio 5 days a week, I wanna do that because I just wanna get the body weight off and start again. Remember, in order for you to build muscle, you've got to be spending time in a calorie surplus. You can't be spending most of your year dieting and expecting to make the progress that you want. So like I said, get in, get out, don't waste much time, and that is how you're gonna make progress year upon year. You spend 46 of the 52 weeks in the year in a surplus, you break that into 2 23-week bulks, and you have 6 weeks of dieting, you're gonna make so much progress over the year, okay? So get in, get the fuck out me. Anyway, coffee going down, we've got legs today, we're gonna film with Vix, so that should be fun. We're gonna run you through our leg day at the moment. Let's fucking get it. shoes. You guys know I am a big fan of collecting fucking TNs, collecting shoes and never wearing them is always the case with me. Wore these the other day. These are my kind of summery shoes that I like to wear. So these are nice. My favorite ones that I don't ever wear are the TN Tiffany diamond ones. These are pretty rare. Nobody really wears these type of ones. So I don't really wear them because I want to sell them one day and hopefully they'll go for a little bit more money. These, however, I tried to find these for about 3 years. Yeah, I've worn them about fucking 3 times. These are the 25th anniversary ones. So I keep them in the box in case I need to ever sell them and make a bit of a profit. It's leg day today and I can't think of anything worse than wearing a pair of 200, 300 pound, even 700 pound pair of shoes there. So of course we're just gonna go for our standard fucking 40 pound pair of Vans that I got from Amazon. These are actually the female ones, funny enough. I didn't mean to buy the female ones, but somehow I did. So yeah, really comfortable, fit me really well. These are the leg day shoes. We're off to the gym. I'm gonna miss you. You're just too interested in this, aren't you? Give me a spud. Good boy. Oh, hello. Honestly, one of the hardest things ever is... Yeah, one of the hardest things ever is looking at the dog's face and they're seeing us leave the house. Honestly, I fucking hate doing it. It's shit. I know we've gone for a couple of hours and they'll be all right, but in my head, I'm like, oh, fuck, why have I got to leave them like this, you know? And they're just waiting for us to get back, you know? I've got such attachment issues when it comes to the dogs. It's absolutely fucking nightmare. Anyway, what am I gonna say?
Gonna fart.
No, it's fucking leg day. She said I'm gonna fuck.
Cool, we established I'm toxic. Yeah. But back to the
Ready? So we're in for legs. I haven't recorded this session for a while, I don't think, but me and Vix are gonna run it and break it down for you guys. So hopefully you can take something from it. The layout of today's session is gonna be a calf raise first. Always start off with calf. Gonna move on to a line hamstring curl. Normally do a leg, did we do a leg extension before? Cut that. We'll do a leg extension next.
I'm doing line.
Are you doing line? We're then going to move on to a line hamstring curl. And then in between, so what I've done recently is I've done a squat variation before my leg press. Before I've always done a leg press before the squat. However, my back has been a little bit iffy when I've done a leg press, then gone into like the squat. So I might try today doing like the pendulum squat or hack squat, and then a leg press second. So we'll get to that point and then we'll decide. And then we're going to finish off with a leg extension. We also do hyper extension at the beginning, don't we? Forgot about that because it needs to get my fucking glutes activated. So that's going to be today's session. We're going to break it down. We're going to train hard. We're going to show you how we fucking do things around here. We're going to set the standards. And that's pretty much it. I don't need to say fucking anything else. Let's get our fucking beam switched on. We're going to warm up. We're going to go for our we can always spend like 15-20 minutes going through like mobility drills, getting or switching on our core as we have been doing. And to be honest with you, it actually has been working. Even though I don't really like doing it, it has been working for us so far. Vicky's smirking behind the camera because I know she's saying in her head, I told you so, I told you so. So yeah, it's the best feeling ever, she said. So let's get fucking into it. I'm trying to get massive. Vicky's trying to get massive. Let's fucking go.
Ramble battles and gunfights. On site, anything one side. We're only a quarter of Camden, but we made 3/4 of the gun crime. There's bro, they blitz and Yev just slapping it. Me, I'm known for stabbing it. Pop doors had 10 man panicking. Gambia few, but gang straight savages. They all hate us so mad at him. He peeped the dark side like Anakin. Dressed in black like Vader, no like Saber. ZK
As you guys know, we always start off with calves, and the reason behind that is nobody wants to be doing it at the end of the training session. And if you do, you're fucking probably weird because I just want to go home after I've done most of leg days. A little bit of a tip to help with your calf training is spend some time in the lengthen position. Like you'll notice every set that I do on a calf raise, I spend time in the stretch. So I really try and create a deep stretch in my calf, and then I think about pressing through my big toe. Okay, don't press through the whole foot, press through the big toe. Pause on the contraction, hold that for a 1 count, and just own every rep that you do. But make sure you spend time in the in the lengthen position. So I do to do a 2 count in that lengthen position, and honestly, I come off the calf raise and my fucking calves are absolutely fucked. It's like that 5 seconds of just lactic acid build up which doesn't go away. So try it for yourself. 2 seconds in the pause, 1 second the contraction, control the weight, do that for 10-15 reps. Why are we doing hyper extensions before on our leg day?
Because both George and I have got an anterior pelvic tilt, so it means our hips are rolled this way, basically to working all the time. So the purpose of the hyper extensions is to contract the glutes, actually engage them, because when you've got an anterior anterior pelvic tilt, you've got lengthened hamstrings, shortened quads, and lack of engagements of the glutes and the abs. The purpose of that and how we execute is contract the abs, draw them forward, draw them to the back, so they basically do this. It draws your hips upwards, and then contract the glutes. So as you can see, I go from this to this, which makes me positioned right for the rest of my session.
Beautiful.
Is that okay?
That's perfect. You're amazing on camera, Vicky.
Got punctured one more time, we'll package him. Name your members, all of them AG victims, packs and cabbages. Little man slipped on pat, oh no. Big man slipped on pat, oh no. Chins got pulled in the chest, oh yes. Fuck the diss songs on Ride You Joe. Man put fear in her house, asked Pepper, I was running him down on Hampstead Road. Monster Square when cops got, they left his chest with a big fat hole. When my man died, he was crying, he didn't say they had heart of a lion, they're lying. Blitz was there, Pepper was dying. Chinks was there, I dare him deny it.
So I'm going to tell you some cues for the hyperextension. First things first, have your toes pointed in front of you rather than outwards. I used to do this, basically like a ballerina, like a penguin, because it used to help me engage my glutes, but all that would happen is I would actually recruit my upper glute and not what I'm trying to stimulate within this movement. So toes pointed forwards, slight bend in the knee, especially if your hyperextension is a little bit more vertical, or actually more horizontal, because what tends to happen is when you lengthen the hamstrings and you have your legs straight, they'll over-engage, so you'll basically feel them over your glutes. So slight bend in your knees throughout the entirety of the movement. Sometimes you can straighten them at the bottom and then just bend them at the top. For George, that's a little bit too much to think about during the movement, so I tell him to keep a bend throughout. And then when you're contracted, think about thrusting into the pad and driving your glutes forwards whilst keeping a neutral back by engaging your core. Think about it, right? When you've got your bicep and your tricep, when you contract your bicep, naturally your tricep disengages, it's relaxed. Same goes if you contract your tricep, bicep relaxes. This sort of happens for the abs and the lower back. So if the abs are contracted, it disengages the lower back. So basically belly button to the back, think about having a thin tummy. Keep the spine neutral, drive the hips forward, slight bend in the knee, and then that's your hyperextension.
Ying were brilliant, get back. How you gon' brag about shit, you spell it. You don't recall, but easy.
Drag, come on, drag, go, go, go.
Had two shanks, but I had no techers. Got a held one, then left his mate. Not the first time we made them run, no culprits. Looking down in disgrace. Joking, corporate ain't in the sky. He's up in my wrist, I'm about to get high. If he bought me clothes, then pigs gon' fly. I had to burn clothes when I got his guy. Hampstead Road, they got G squeezed. Bare headshots, he was screaming, please. Bull man up till he starts convulsing. Can't throw P's or C's round me. Ask a whole block, is it seen that smoke? You can't throw Bob.
So when the weight jump between each pin is too much, grab yourself a plate. Vicky's grabbed herself a 5 kilo plate. You can grab yourself 1.25, 2.5, however much you want. Add it to the pin and do a little micro progression. Some gyms will have little clips here you can just add on top, but this is how you do it DIY style. As you guys know, I'm using this particular line hamstring curl in both rotations. I do have other variations that I can do. They have the Panatta line hamstring curl here, but I think the Panatta one in my opinion is fucking shit. What I would do and recommend if you are doing the same machine in both of your sessions is two ways. Number one, mix up the rep ranges. So one session you might do a certain rep range, the other session you might do a particular rep range. Number two is mix the order of where you would place the exercise. I have this second exercise, you may do it 4th, 5th in the other rotation. So it kind of gives you something to work with in different sort of ways. You can add like rest pauses, different intensifiers like rest pauses, muscle rounds, drop sets, triple drop sets. All those little things are great ways to create more intensity and mix it up a little bit, because when you sometimes do the same rep range, same exercise, same order, it can get repetitive, it can get boring, your progression will probably stall as well. So, excuse me, little things like that make a big difference. Sorry, I burped then. I was really professional and I burped then. I fucking ruined it, didn't I?
They back there mashed and hide behind holes. I won't hear Barbies too, my G. How many times me and Goose lock eyes? He don't think twice, just keeps it stepping. Yes, that's 007. Chest shot nutty in front of his brethren. Rambo battles on gunfights. On site, anything one side.
Easy, come on, Vix. Yeah, good, come on.
He picked the dark side like Anakin, dressed in black like Vader.
Come on then.
He was so pumped, his lungs got punctured. One more time, he packaged. Name your members, all of them 80 victims, packs and cabbages. Come on. Little man slipped up, pack, oh no. Big man slipped up, pack, oh no. Chins got pulled in the chest, oh yeah. Man put fear in the heart, Take your time. I'm running down like I'm gonna
Yeah, it's beautiful. These are the sets. These are the fucking sets that you're looking for. These are the moments that I wake up and think about, yeah, fucking hell, you know what? Leg day today is going to be a fucking good one. So you give absolutely everything into this. Absolutely everything.
Easy.
Spot, please, Vicky.
Got it, it's easy. Don't need me. Let's go. You. Easy. See, don't need me, let's go. 2 more. Big one. Drive. Brace. Easy. And again.
Guys, it gets to this point of the session where it's mind over matter in this situation. You've got to keep staying locked in, you know. This is what I fucking love about leg days. It's that challenge, isn't it? It's that mental challenge of, it is fucking hard, but like I said, it's a challenge in itself, and I'm always gonna fucking do it because I want to progress and I absolutely love it. Like, this is what I wake up and think about every single day, burying myself in the gym, and that's what it's all about. Like, sometimes we deep it, like on social media, there's this is the optimal way, this is the best way, this is how you should do this and do that. Sometimes it's just all about fucking going in there and fucking sending it and having a good time. That's what it sometimes comes down to, and not overcomplicating things. Like right now, I don't really care what I'm doing, I'm just having a really fucking good time.
And again, reset.
Easy one.
Reset.
No,
No,
sorry.
done.
Let's start the fuck alarm back up because it's going well at the moment. My legs are absolutely cream crackered. That was the best leg session I've had this year by a country mile, and I'm well happy because my lower back has been a constant issue for me whilst training legs. It's been such a problem for so long. So the fact that I was actually able to train and not have a lower back pump or be crippled. You know what it's like when you have a lower back pump and you train legs? It's fucking annoying. So it was so nice to actually be able to train and not be an absolute cripple. We made a B-tech mistake. I mean, look how sweaty I am as well. Look at that. Look, fucking hell. We made a B-tech, well, I made a B-tech mistake, and I didn't put the fucking rice cooker on before we went to the gym, which is criminal, because it's not criminal, but it's annoying because I want to fucking eat, and I've got to wait another 20 minutes for this fucking thing now. So I'm going to put this on, just fucking chill out. It's just, you know, when you hit a wall after leg day, that's how it should be. You should just hit a fucking wall and you should be just dead, contemplating life. You know, happy George, tired George though. Luckily it's a rest day tomorrow. However, we got a busy day. Client competing tomorrow at the UKDFBA, so we'll be out all day. So I'm going to try and make sure again early night tonight and really rest up wherever I can, and then we're back in on Monday. Boom.
I think Catherine is spot on in her discussion. I think just like
Morning YouTube. Had a little lie. Sunday mornings I don't set an alarm, which is very nice actually. However, when you do wake up at 4 o'clock every single day, you just automatically wake up very, very early. So I think I woke up about 5 o'clock needing a piss, standard stuff, and then I couldn't get back to sleep. So I had an extra hour in bed really, but I had a nice 8.5 hours sleep last night, which was much needed after that leg day because I hit a wall last night when I got back, that's for sure. Anyway, we weighed ourselves this morning. As you can see, I was 82.8, which is 0.4 of a kilo down from yesterday. And from the day that I started my mini cut, I am 1.6 kilos down, which is good. So in 2 days, I've lost 1.6 kilos, which like I said to you, is just gonna be a lot of water weight, glycogen, all that sort of stuff. I don't notice any differences within my physique, but obviously over the next couple of weeks, we'll probably start to see things change. Anyway, it's been a good morning because obviously we're very busy today. So what Vicky has done is we've already started prepping our meals for the day. So we have that ready to go. So we've got our cream of rice here, got our meal 5, which is our oats before we go to bed. The only thing that I do need to do is obviously get the rice cooker sorted with our rice, vegetables, so we can bring our food with us today. Because as you guys know, we have a client competing today. So we're going to be out for quite a lot of the day. So we need to meal prep. We need to bring our meals with us and keep on top of things, which is super, super important. So we're going to take you through all of that today. I hope you're enjoying today's vlog if you are still watching. And of course, I ain't got much more to say. Let's fucking get into it. So if you want to be productive with your time, rice cooker is the efficiency key to that. So normally rice cookers, they come with like little trays at the top. So we've put all our vegetables for today in there, and then we've put all our rice in there. So there's 260 grams of uncooked rice in there. Let that cook. There's 300 grams of vegetables in there, and you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You haven't even got to fucking think about it. You just put it on, let it do its thing, and it will just stay warm for whenever you need it, and you can put it in Tupperware, you're good to go. Another great investment for meal prepping is your air fryer. So we've got our salmon fillets in here, 2 of those bad boys, 170 degrees for 14 minutes, and these will come out amazing. So if you need to be efficient with your time, get yourself an air fryer. We like the Ninja one because it comes with 2 separate trays, which is quite nice. So you cook one thing on one side, something different on the other side, so it's quite efficient in that sense. Again, any air fryer will do the job in terms of efficiency. I am on my way down to rugby. Me and Vicky have gone separately because obviously her client will be there. Last time we was here, the show went on to about 11 o'clock at night. And when you've got dogs, unfortunately, I can't be out from midday till midnight and the dogs just be left at home for 12 hours. I just can't do that. If I need to head back earlier, I'm going to head back earlier just so I can see the dogs or whatever. That's rugby. It's about an hour and a half from where we are right now. One thing that I've told myself I'm going to do today is socialise a little bit more, because I am very guilty of not socialising because I struggle. I basically struggle to be honest with you. I can't lie. Like, I am not very the most interactive sort of person. Like, despite being very talkative now on camera and putting vlogs together, now when it comes to interactions with humans, I struggle massively to hold a conversation, like just look approachable. So I've told myself this morning when I wrote in my journal, be more approachable and form more conversations, because not only is this a great way to network with people, but also it's very, very good for business as well. And I find myself in these sort of shows keeping myself to myself. I always come back and I think, you know what, I could have done a little bit more there, or I could have socialized a little bit more. So I'm telling myself this time, I'm going to just say all right to people. I'm just going to nod at people. I'm just going to smile at people. I'm just going to be a little bit more interactive. Whether I have more conversations or not, who knows? But I'm just going to make an effort more than what I usually would do, because I've been very guilty of not doing that. So yeah, I'm really excited because I like going to bodybuilder shows because it's all very like-minded people around each other, and it kind of makes me feel like I'm very normal. So if you are competing this year, 100% get yourself to some shows beforehand, especially if you've never competed before. One tip I've got is going to show just to get just so you can gauge the sort of atmosphere, the feeling, the vibe, what's expected, how are you going to come out on stage. Go to a bodybuilding show before you compete, because honestly it will change, it will help with your perspective. Yeah, I'm going to head down there. I'm listening to a podcast, I have my meal, we're all fucking good, ready to have a good day.
He's from Leon C in Essex. Please welcome on stage Ed Kuzborskis. Gentlemen, please, side of your choice. Turn and face the rear, gentlemen. Spiker calf, double bicep. Don't worry, they're looking at your back. Just hit the shot, hit the shot. Lat spread.
honestly, the standards of natural bodybuilding nowadays is a lot higher than what it was when I first competed in 2019. Come to a bodybuilder show, come to a natural bodybuilder show and actually see what you can achieve naturally before so many people fucking start to jump on gear and think, you know what, I'm going to just go down that route. See what you can do naturally after 5, 6, 7 years of training and compete in natural bodybuilding. I promise you'll see a different perspective on it. Anyway, we saw AJ on stage. Obviously, if you guys follow the channel for a while, you know I used to be coached by AJ for, I'd say, 4 years I was coached by AJ. Back in my natural competing days. You know, I've got a big love for AJ. We're almost kind of like friends who don't talk to each other, but when we see each other, we just know, if that makes sense, you know? So seeing him on stage was amazing. I mean, he's leveled up, which is great to see, you know? Quads were outrageously good, and I started to think, you know what, those 6-7 plate hat squats he was doing, they all fucking pay off, don't they? They all pay off. So do the hard shit, that's for sure. And just as an athlete, and you know, I'm very, very influenced by AJ. I'm licking his ass right now, but he's always been a very influential part of my career and my journey. And I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for him as well, pushing me and doing that. So yeah, very, very good. Very, very good. So yeah, come to a show, don't fucking judge it. And honestly, it'll give you a different perspective on so many things as well. As the saying goes, you never leave the house without a meal, especially as a bodybuilder. So we got some kimchi, rice, salmon, some cauliflower and some green beans in my 1MR tin. And I'm absolutely going to slaughter this bad boy. So we're back from the show, and first of all I want to say congratulations to Lizzie and Dr. Wicks for bringing home the first place for the BORNE coaching team. So first show of the season, first win, so really happy about that. And I'm going to leave the vlog here because I don't think I have any more to add really into this vlog, so I want you to comment down below bull if you watched the whole thing. I brought this in because I'm training legs today as I'm recording this, and I need to fucking release my glutes and my hip flexors because they are quite battered from that leg day that you saw in today's video. So please do like the video if you are enjoying it. It does really help me out. I'm trying to chase down 50,000. I'm going to keep saying it for the rest of my fucking life, you know, to be honest with you. We might get there one day, we might not. But if you have taken something from this video, I would love to hear what you have done. Probably no one's going to comment that at all. I don't know why I said that. I'm just waffling. I'll see you guys in the next one.